Hey there, Tiny Home fam. This is Lindsay with Experience Tiny Homes, and day 11 out of 30 days to vacate our land. And right behind me is the PRMD, which is the permit department for Sonoma County. Right below me is the stack of paperwork that I just left with. My brain is full because, of course, if you sit down with a planner, which the woman, I didn't even get her name, she was very helpful, printed out a lot of material for me to read, probably go to sleep with as well, because the kind of language that is written in these documents, is just not super layman friendly, but I'm going for it anyway. I'm dumping in. So here we go. We've got zoning, recreational, K zoning, RRD, resource and rural development. These are areas where maybe tiny home villages could go. So we'd have to first find where a piece of land or something is for sale, and then see what kind of zoning, and if they are one of these two zones, K or RRD, then that has a potential. Let's see, the next piece of paper I got was really about travel trailers, RVs, and mobile homes, and care cottages. I have a dear friend, Sonia, who can talk a little bit more about this, as she has a booklet about that. And then this is really more of the vacation rentals opportunity. And then this was really all to do with recreational vehicles. And then we get to the land, if I want to access information, which essentially I found out that the property can very likely have the 3 homes that are on it right now. It's less than 6 acres, so you need 1 home per 2 acres is allowed. Well, it's less than 6, so one of the big issues is, can that third unit be the ADU, accessory dwelling unit, to one of the 2 houses? You can't have an ADU per each home. There's a certain density that's already there. So I learned that much, and it looks like, yes, it's very possible. These are all gates that you go through, right? If all of a sudden things are looking more possible, then you go to the next gate. And one of them happens to be that if one of those homes or any of them were built before 1962, then it can be considered non-conforming and be legal. And we wouldn't have to go in and redo things. As it is, I'm not looking to add any dimensions to the properties. I'm just looking to gut and rehab inside the square footage that's already there, and that is a plus. However, I did get confirmed that we most likely will have to upgrade the septic, because the septic, even though planning doesn't care about how many bedrooms there are per home, septic does. So septic is going to be the ones where we really find out what's going to be needed, and I do know that's going to be like $50,000 to $70,000. Let's just throw that in there. We'd probably have to bring in septic people, really get the final quote. But I'm just here to really figure out how this is all going to work financially. I already know that 3 tiny homes are not going to be on that land. If anything, there's an approval for 1 RV to be on the land, but a fire survivor is the only one that can live in that. When I say RV, think tiny home, because the tiny home is an RV. There is no other recognition as a tiny home by the State Department DMV. But the care cottage, now that's an opportunity. If someone by a doctor's note needs care, and that could be helping with gardening, helping with cooking, cleaning, you name it. Doesn't have to be someone that's, a highly trained nurse. If that's a possibility, then the care cottage can be there permanently. That's just it. And the care cottage can be on wheels as well, like an RV. So these are all pieces that are coming together. I need to take what just happened into my brain and put this together for this land specifically. But while I was there, I was able to get information about other areas where tiny home villages can go. And that's not even the city of Santa Rosa, right? We're just here at the county of Sonoma. So there's some opportunities with the city of Santa Rosa, because they've allowed a permit of 5 years for a RV to be in a backyard for up to 5 years. So opportunities there, opportunities here. It's going to take some reading and probably visiting the PRMD often. All right, you guys, check out experiencetinyhomes.org or at Experience Tiny Homes on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we'll be looking forward to day 12 after we've percolated this information through the brain. If you or anyone you know is interested in investing or being involved in tiny home village, micro village, which would be the tiny home in a backyard, the garage converted, or potentially something else that I haven't thought about, there is a potential with this whole vacation rental, but that's not permanent housing. So really like the permanent housing factor. Maybe a few people could live where there could be tiny homes available for rent, all still to be discovered in the pages right here. Bye, everyone.